Okay, so whoever the fuck I'm talking to, you have been on this journey of self-love, self-empowerment. You could have broken away from a narcissistic relationship, an abusive family member, um, from just a toxic place or something that made you feel like you were lying on the ground. Um, and you are in a situation now where you can stand up and you have the power to stand yourself up, but it may be something that you are still working on, and how to embody this and how to reflect this into your life. Like, I'm here a retired people pleaser. um you are finally getting to a point where all of that inner work that you have been doing, all of those questions that you've asked yourself about why you feel like you need to validate this person or receive validation from this person, or why you feel like you need to give this person attention whenever this you feel like this person treats you like shit. You are releasing yourself from the handcuffs that others try to place you in. You are breaking free. Phoenix rising could be significant. Um, a lot of people, a lot of people may try and demonize you. A lot of people may try and say that you are a negative person or that what you're doing is negative, when in reality, you're just empowering yourself. And it just looks different from the way that they do it. And they want to sit there and judge you for it. Don't listen to those people, because obviously those people are not meant for you. 1,000 people could sit there and have something to say about you, but in reality, do any of them know any of the shit that you've been through? All of the nights that you cried yourself to sleep, all of the nights you had to pick yourself up and go on about your day like as if everything was okay. You are reframing your thoughts, reframing your mind. You are finally paying attention to the negative thoughts that are within your mind. And I'm being called to look at the little tea bag message that for my tea this morning, and it says, "May you create peaceful harmony as your life's purpose." Someone told me this a long time ago. Number 10 could be significant. Somebody told me this a long time ago. I believe it was Esotero. She said, your life's purpose is the journey. And at the time, I was so worried about figuring it out because I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. I was a teenager, and I was so worried about figuring out what I was supposed to be doing with my life because I felt like I was not in the right place. And it didn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense to me because how could it be the journey? What the fuck is that even supposed to mean? And at the time, I was taking it as, oh, my whole life I'm gonna be having to take shit. My whole life I'm gonna be having to be going through challenges and shit. And sitting here now, it's like, yes, your whole life you will have to take challenges. You will have to deal with shit. But there is always a balance within life. There are moments where you don't have to deal with shit. And it's also your choice to have to deal with shit. You choose how much power problems have over you. You can choose to sit there and run your mind with anxiety about how you're going to figure something out, how you're going to pay for something. how you're going to do something, how you're going to move there with what you have. But in reality, if you just enjoy the moment, if you just realize that right now you're safe, right now you're okay, and you'll figure it out when you get there, the anxiety is a lot easier to deal with. You are reframing your mind and harnessing the power of your life, the power of your story, the power of your emotions, the power of your pain. You are realizing how badass it makes you. Because you are badass, period. You are a badass being full of love and light. I don't know who said that. I know that's from TikTok though. Also, shout out to the person I bought this from. Number 3 could be extremely significant. 333. You are connecting to, I'm hearing the older ways, your old ways. You may have done some very powerful ancient things in your childhood that you didn't even realize were ancient practices. Look back at childhood memories and things you used to do. I'm seeing someone that used to like make weird shit, like they could have like used to like put eggshells and types of stuff like, and like make like a little potion, or like you could have made potions in the bathroom and stuff. Go back and think about that stuff, because that shit was real as fuck and you didn't even realize it. The spirits was talking to you and you didn't even realize it. You are a golden crab. You are a golden crab. You are going to find yourself, you are going to be finding yourself around people that, okay, you're going to be finding yourself around people that accept you for who you are and what you believe in. You could be very into like spiritual shit and you feel like you don't have a lot of people to talk to about it. Not necessarily saying that you're going to be finding yourself around people who are into it as well, but you're going to be finding yourself around people who are willing to listen to you about it and who are willing to who are willing to accept you for what you are, who you are. You are going to be finding yourself, you may have never really talked about your spiritual experiences. You may have never really talked about your spiritual experiences, and you're going to be finding yourself slowly but surely talking about it more. And this is like opening up your gift. It's like you've mastered your gift enough and you've worked a lot on your triggers and your wounds, and it's like you're going to the last step of opening up your shell and showing a certain part of yourself. And you may have been scared to do this because like, oh, evil eye, oh, they could use it against me, oh, blah blah blah. You're gonna be realizing that nobody can use anything against you when it's done with good intention. You will know the right times to say something to somebody, and what they choose to do with that is of their own doing. You will know who to tell certain things and who not to tell certain things. Don't be going and being loose-lipped, but know that you will feel the vibes. Know that if you feel like you shouldn't say something, don't say it. Don't share every single little thing that you are learning, but share the things that can help a person out. There are sacred things that you are learning, but there are also other things. Like, I'm talking to a person that may want to appear a certain type of way, like an expert on a certain type of topic, but you can't appear as an expert on the topic if you are always allowing yourself to be the student. And it's okay to allow yourself to be the student, but sometimes if you want to get to where you're going, you gotta put yourself in the position of expert. You are an expert. Spirit wants you to know that you are very spiritually inclined or very developed in whatever this interest is for you. You are very developed. You understand it very well. And of course, there's always something more that you can learn. But with what you already know, you are very developed. You are very developed, babes. Don't doubt yourselves because you are very developed. 10 could be significant, literally. It's like you're at the end of a learning cycle. You are the number 10 of the development. You are in the place to share this knowledge. You are in the place to be seen as an expert in this way. And as soon as you start sharing, it's like there's going to be more that comes to the surface for you, more sacred knowledge that comes to the surface, because it's like you're making space, because you have all of these things that need to be shared with these people. And of course, not everything. Remember to keep your sacred practices to yourself. Don't go sharing who you work with. Don't go sharing the ancestral knowledge that your ancestors be gifting you with. But if someone needs help, let them know that you know exactly what to do. Something about sacred geometry. You may feel like you don't understand something all the way, but in actuality, you really do. There's something that's simple and very complex at the same time, and you understand the dual side. It's like one of those things that you can't think about too much, or else it'll drive you crazy. There's something like that. You have this key. You have this key that nobody's ever obtained before. Spirit wants you to know that you are extremely special. You are extremely special. And that's why you feel so alone sometimes. That's why you feel so ahead of the times. That's why you feel like people be calling you crazy, because they don't understand you. Don't worry about people calling you crazy, because one day they're going to look back and realize that you is the most stable-minded person in the room. Spirit is saying, remember. Remember who you are. Remember how they had to dim you, how they tried to dim you because they felt like they had to. And remember that you are no longer in that place anymore. Nobody can hurt you like that ever again. Never again. People may misunderstand you or look at you in a upside down way, when in reality you are just very, very inclined. It's hard to understand what you don't understand. It's hard not to be afraid of what you don't understand. Libra season could be significant. The sun and the moon are also very significant. Allow yourself to slowly start shining light on the knowledge you know, with people you are comfortable with. Start exercising, giving messages on the spot, or whatever it is that you care about, or whatever it is you're working towards. Start exercising, doing these things on the spot. When your intuition is telling you to say something to someone, say it. Let them know that Spirit's telling you to say that, especially around people that you're comfortable with doing it, because that will help you. 7-7 could be significant. That will help you exercise the muscle. That will help you get over your fright, because you are realizing that you know what the fuck you're talking about, whether or not people think you do or not. You know what the fuck you're talking about. Don't let nobody make you feel like you don't. You are who you are. It doesn't matter if people misrepresent you, misunderstand you. Marijuana could also be significant. I don't know why. You are protected, and sometimes that is why people misunderstand you, because if they understood you completely, they may use you to the detriment of you. I'm hearing, if people understood how intuitively tapped in you are, if people understood how much of an expert you are, I'm also hearing how much of an EpiPen you are. Like how somebody has an allergic reaction and they gotta get the EpiPen that costs a whole lot of fucking money, and that's what keeps them alive. You are like that in any given situation at any point in time. You are the saving grace, babes. You are what they thought they didn't need until they needed it. People love to doubt you until they need you. And then they realize how powerful you are, why you cost so much. People love to doubt you until they need you. You are going to be surprising yourself in this season. You're going to be surprising yourself in some type of way, with the way you are uncovering yourself. You've always wanted to be this type of person, and I don't know if you thought that you couldn't, or it was just unrealistic, but you're going to be surprising with yourself by realizing that you already are that person. You just haven't revealed it yet. You may have trust issues. Spirit wants you to know that they understand why you have trust issues, and your trust issues are not without reason. I also heard not without a doubt. Damn, your trust issues are not without a reason, not without a doubt. Your trust issues are there because of how spiritually inclined you are. Your trust issues are there because of how important you are. Not everyone's meant to have your knowledge. Not everyone's meant to receive your love, because they will take advantage of you. And you know that. You know how you are the gift that keeps on giving. You know that you are the saving grace within a situation, and how people can act like they don't see that shit. How people want to sit there and humble you because you believe in yourself, when you've been humbled your whole goddamn life. If people knew what you have been through, they wouldn't even be able to walk 2 goddamn seconds in your shoes. They would have already done off themselves. People don't know you, and yet they sit there and act like they do. They act like you're some type of fucking monster with some evil plan. But one day they'll realize it was really them. Trust your trust issues, because they come from a lesson that you learned. But also, work through them and ask what they have to teach you, so that they are not paranoid. How do you say that? So that they are not, giving you anxiety. Because nobody can hurt you. Just know that the trust issues, they taught you something about people and what type of people not to be feeding into. Not that you need to be worried that people are going to hurt you or do this to you or that, because nobody can do nothing to you. That spirit will not take care of you. Trust your gut. You could get a gut feeling around people. Trust that. Don't think that it's just stomach issues. Don't think that it's just what you ate that day. Trust your gut. Trust your chakras. You have learned something about your damn chakras. You have learned something about your body and how it reacts to certain people. Trust your body. Trust your body. Whenever you feel a way around a person, trust your body. You don't need to get into the paranoia and the anxiety. Remember how your body felt. Once you start sharing this stuff, people that are as tapped in as you are will begin to surround you. Tapped in their own ways. It's like a bartering thing. You cannot surround yourself. It's unrealistic to surround yourself who are of the same cloth as you. Pero if you surround yourself around people who are of different cloth that are just as valuable, you can create a quilt. You can create a goddamn quilt. And that's not to say that you can't have spiritual friends. But it's kind of unrealistic to want someone that is like you. Because there's only one you. There's only one you, and there's a reason for that. It's like a bartering system. Find people in your life that can teach you something. Because when you have people around you that are of the same cloth, you will feel stagnant in a way. It can become complicated, complex. find people who are advanced yet different. Like a bartering system. I don't know. I don't know. Take what you will with that. It's not saying you can't have spiritual friends, but make sure your friends are spiritual in different things than you. Because that shit can get real messy real fast. It's just like, especially if you have like trust issues, or you've been abused before, or you lived with a narcissist or anything like that, it's real easy to get triggered and feel like you're not enough, when in reality you're the same. You know what I'm saying? It's real easy to reflect and project our insecurities onto a different person because we feel like they're like us. So you can either pedestal this person, or you can be like, oh, this person's a piece of shit. Because deep down you either feel like you are great and yet you tell yourself that you're horrible, or you try to tell yourself that you are great, but deep down you feel like you are horrible. I'm hoping that that is clicking. The people that are of your same cloth are here to teach you a lesson about yourself. They're not there for the long haul. It's like a trauma bond. It's there to teach you a lesson. It's not there for the long haul. Damn, yo, that shit just clicked. That shit just clicked. Fuck. That's wild. That is wild. Find your coven. And it doesn't have to be people that are like you, but people that are advanced like you in different things. Bartering. Bartering. Literally. Green snakes could be significant as well. Snakes could be significant. Some lace, what is it called? Fishnet stockings could be significant. You might be wanting to wear those. Wear them, babes. Wear them. It's confirmation. You know, I'm just saying you would look real bad in them. You know what I'm saying? Just wear them, babes. We want to see it. We want to see it. Going to a river at night could also be significant. If you go and get in some type of body of water at night, it could be extremely healing from any people-pleasing tendencies. Could help you with the people-pleasing tendencies that you may have. It will help you remember who you are. Damn. It will help you heal the insecurities within yourself you do not even see. You may notice that you're healing a lot, so you may notice that other thoughts may come up at times. Like, for example, you may have come a long way in working on how you talk to yourself and stuff like that. And you may notice that randomly deeper insecurities may just pop out. Those are them intrusive thoughts. Pay attention to those, but also rebuke those thoughts. I'm hearing fight them back with affirmations that are the complete opposite. So for example, if you like have a thought like, oh, I'm probably not enough for these people, then immediately be like, no, I am more than enough for these people. I know these people would love to have me in their lives. I know that I am cared for. I know that I am loved. I know that I am enough. You are always more than enough, even whenever a person may not like you. You are always more than enough. Remember all of the situations where you were taken advantage of and told that you were not enough, when in reality you were holding the goddamn place together. You are relinquishing your true self. You are becoming your true self. Be proud of that, babes. Just a round of applause because you're fucking badass. Period. Peace. Have a great day.